takes 4 steps on what changed everything for me in about 2 minutes. If you're co-parenting or trying to raise your kids to think for themselves, this will save you years of frustration. Step 1, realize that they love both parents. You and the other parent live 2 different lives. You can't control what they say, and you don't have to defend yourself. The moment you stop trying to prove who's right, you give your kids peace. Talking down on the other parent doesn't make you look better, it just tears your kid in half. Step 2, avoid reacting and start reflecting. When they say, I already know what you're gonna say, that's a cue that you need to slow down. Create safety, not fear. Now, what you do is you create a safe space. For me, in the beginning, it was a park. We'd go to a park, we would hang out on the swings, and then they just open up. Talk to them. I wouldn't say much and let them talk. Or you can do this in your kitchen whenever you're making something, invite them to cook. Don't say nothing, especially after school. Don't say nothing, and they'll start filling the void with whatever it is they're thinking. The silence is awkward, And so there's stages to everything. In the beginning, let's say it's the park, like it was for me. They'll end up telling you eventually, like, hey, we need to go to the park, or I want to go to the park. And that's the cue. But eventually, like, you do it so much and so often, they'll start opening up and just talking to you whenever, however, like normal, But the part of this step is just building trust. All right, step 3, make it a way of life. This isn't about co-parenting, it's a way of being, asking questions instead of just giving answers. Whether it's about faith, food, school, or friends, guide them to figure out where they're at in their beliefs. Because thinking for themselves doesn't start arguments, it starts curiosity. All right, step number 4, model the thinking. So whenever I wanted to take them to the park or something, I would ask them, hey, what do you want to do today? If you have more than one kid, ask each kid, what do you want to do? What do you want to do? And figure out a middle ground. You'll have the majority saying different things. If you have more than 2 kids, you're going to have 4 kids, they're going to end up saying they want to do 2 different things most of the time. And then you can just go line up 2 different things to do. And it's a win or win bigger situation. And there's so much there in that last step that I just told you that I'm not going to say, because this is going to end up being a YouTube video instead of a short. Hey, listen, if you want to know more, drop a 1. And if I get more than 15 ones on this one post, then what I'll do is I'll host a webinar, a free webinar, an hour webinar, explaining how I did each step. And you can ask your questions about how I did everything. Now, this is just what worked for me. And it took me about 2 years to figure this thing out. And it took me 4 years of planting seeds. I know I can shortcut this process for you, like less than a year, of planting seeds. You got to think about it. Depending on how old your kid is, that's how long they've been programmed to think that certain way.